my friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shay, and today we're going to be continuing on my 1 week, 1 jar challenge. Last week I read owned books, and this week I have decided to dip into sequels. Now, let the calm wash over me. I think this will be a very slower week. There's a lot of sequels in here of series I just am not super excited to continue on with, so I think that I won't get as much read. To be quite fair, there's a lot of books in here that don't have audiobooks, so therefore I do think it will be a slower week, but I do want to prioritize sequels. I do want to get through some stories, so we're gonna see what I draw from this jar. So I shuffled these. I actually had to make a jar because I normally don't draw out of a series jar, but I had to make the jar. I shuffled them, kind of mix them up, and here we go. We're just gonna draw a book. Again, there's a lot in here that I'm not excited about, and there are some in here that I would love to continue. So this one right here, this is it. I'm very nervous, y'all. If I have not been nervous about anything, I've never done this. Okay, is the Riverfall Chronicles. So the first book in the series is the Wickwire Watch, and the second book in the series is the Spider Key. So this was a book that I read for Spiffo 9. Ended up really thoroughly enjoying the first book. There were things that I didn't like about the first book, but there was a lot that I did like about it. I am interested to go ahead and get started into the Spider Key, which is what I'm on the Riverfall Chronicles. So I'm gonna go read. I will check back in when I get further into the story. Okay, so I am in the car and I am driving, and this is just the update that you're gonna get from me because I was so exhausted last night I could not update. So now I am driving, and I'm headed to work, where it's going to be hell again today, because again we got to do electronic medical record system at work, and nobody knows how to use it. So I wanted to give my thoughts on the Spider Key because I am about 50% in. So first of all, my first problems with the first book were that I felt like it was just the first part of the book I really liked. Then the middle part of the book was just like meandering and so cozy, and then the last part of the book I really liked because it was more back to high fantasy. I think if that put you off in the first book, you don't have to worry about that in the subsequent books, or just at least the second book, because I feel like in the first book I felt like because we were cozying and we were meandering, it didn't really feel like we had any stakes, and this one definitely feels like we have a lot of stakes. A lot of things are happening. We do have our funny cozy moments, however we have a lot of that high fantasy, really action-packed moments as well. So this is the kind of fantasy that I enjoy. So I'm really enjoying the Spider Key. I'm enjoying being back with these characters. Again, there are some cozy moments, some really quiet character moments, which I enjoy that part of cozy fantasy, but there's definitely stakes, a lot of things going on. I really enjoy Jacqueline Hagan's writing style. I think that she does just a fantastic job of writing. Nothing feels clunky, nothing feels crazy. Everything just feels normal and good, and her writing is fantastic. So I'm going to keep reading this. I hope to finish it, probably not today, maybe tomorrow, and then I can pick another sequel, and I will catch you guys later. Hopefully I'll have some reading time today when I get to work. So it's Friday, and I just woke up, and I did finish the Spider Key, but I'm about to head to get ready to go to work, and so I wanted to draw real quick. Again, I'll have Friday night and Saturday. I wanted to draw again real quick before I told you about the Spider Key. I will pop back in when I get home from work to tell you about my thoughts on the Spider Key. Again, if I get something too long, then I'm going to have to put it back and get something else. But this is the one. This is the one. Okay. This is the Windy City. Now, I said this is the romance series, and I said that I did not know if I wanted to continue on because I didn't really care for the first one, but the second one may be better. I don't know. So I'm gonna try it and then if I don't jive with it, I will just DNF it and pick another one. Okay, I will catch you guys. I will pop back in here when I get off of work. Okay, so it's Friday, and I'm off work. So this week is just not going my way. This month is not going my way. If you work in the medical field, you know what electronic medical record systems are, and our entire hospital and all of our outpatient clinics changed, and they flipped the switch and nothing worked. And so again, like I've said in previous vlogs, I've been putting in 11-12 hour days every day, and it's just crazy. And because of the stress that everything has happened, there have been providers that have quit, they have walked out, and so we've just been really, really stressed at work. So it took me a little while to finish the Spider Key, but I finished it. It was like over 500 pages, it was like 550 pages. It was a chonker. So while I didn't get a lot of sequels read, I was hoping to get to at least 3, maybe I'll get to 2, but I did finish it. And if you know or have seen how I felt about the Wickwire Watch, I liked the Wickwire Watch. I didn't love it. I thought the middle section dragged because we had really, really great character building, great plot in the first quarter of the book. Then we slogged in like the middle 2 quarters of the book because we were very, very cozy, and I felt like we lost the stakes from the first part. And then in the last half, we amp back up. We've got some great high fantasy, great character moments, great plot. But I was still lukewarm because we had 2 quarters of the book, that middle 2 quarters of the book, that was just kind of a slog to get through. So I was optimistic going into the Spider Key, but I wasn't, I didn't have my hopes up. But it blew my expectations out of the water because we start with high fantasy, and we just never let up, and the plot was fantastic. The twists and turns were fantastic. Definitely a step up from book 1. So book 1 got 3 stars. This one is going to get 4 stars. I do think that it was a little long. I do think that some areas could have been cut, but not as much as book 1. I really, really enjoyed this. I really, really am looking forward to continuing on now with book 3. Book 4 is not out yet. I think this is a 7-book series, I think somebody said. So I've got a ways to go in the series, but only 3 books are out currently. So I have 1 more book to read to get caught up. But I really, really love this. If you like characters and you like plot and you like mystery and you like some supernatural things mixed with high fantasy, you may like this, because I did. I liked it, and I'm enjoying it, and it has good character work, good writing, self-published. Support your self-published authors. Totally enjoyed this sequel, totally blew my expectations out of the water. And again, as you saw in the morning clip, I pulled Windy City number 2, which is by Liz Tomford. It's a romance. It's a little bit it's a 400 and something pages, so I think I'm going to be able to get through this. It's a romance, so I tend to get through them fast. So I have tonight and all day Saturday to read, so I think I will finish this, either or. Because I don't like it, because I didn't care for the first one as much, I may DNF and pick another one that I can read on Saturday. We'll just see once I get into it. I don't even know what this one is called because my brain has shattered. It is shattered. It's called The Right Move. It's number 2 in the Windy City series. They're sports romances. It's a basketball romance. So the first one was like hockey. I think the first one was hockey. Yeah, the first one was hockey, and this one is basketball. So I'm gonna try to read some of that and see where I stand. But my brain is just mush. I haven't been able to watch. I watch booktube videos, like I've watched all y'all's videos, and I have not been able to watch a single one, at least in the past week, because there's been no time. And when I do get home, it's like my brain cannot concentrate on doing anything because it is so fried. I'm so stressed out, and I'm really, really hoping that it gets better soon. So, alright, that's what I have to say about that. I'm going to read some of The Right Move, and I will check back in when I have an update. Okay, so it's Saturday, and I have finished The Right Move by Liz Tomford, and I can say now that part of my unenjoyment of book 1 definitely came from the audiobook narrators. So this book has different audiobook narrators, and I think it worked better for me. It's still not my type of romance. I like more of a slow burn, like watching them actually fall in love, not like I love him at first sight and both like each other, but we're just not telling each other kind of thing. I don't like that in romance. This one is following the tropes of best friend's brother and fake dating. So if those two are your things, this may be for you. We're following the NBA. So the first one was a hockey star, and then this one is an NBA star who basically, the heroine of the story, has been cheated on by her long-term boyfriend, who was her fiance, found with another woman, and she is broke and nowhere to go. And so her best friend's brother has an apartment that has many bedrooms all to himself, and his sister convinces him to let her best friend move in, and then it kind of goes from there. Overall, I think I will rate this one again at 3 stars. I think I rated the first one at 3 stars too. This one is 3 stars. I liked this one better, but I don't think it was like my favorite thing. But the audio narrators were better for me, particularly in the story. Okay, so I don't think that I'm going to be able to get another sequel in before tomorrow because they're just such beefy books. So I'm kind of sad that this week didn't allow me to read as many sequels as I wanted to. I am kind of sad about that, but on the flip side, I'm ready to move on to the next round of this, picking from my jars. So I would call this a win. I don't know when I would have gotten to the spider key, and I really am very happy I got to the spider key. So now I am going to sign off here, and I will catch you guys in the next one.